Have you noticed that your drives aren't going as far as they used to? Maybe your swing feels fine, but you're losing 10, 20, 30 yards off the tee. Most golfers are going to blame their age, flexibility, or even their equipment. But the biggest reasons golfers over 40 lose distance is simple. They lose the ability to create and transfer power. The good news is power is trainable at any age. In part 1, we're going to discuss why distance declines after the age of 40, and we're going to go over 3 reasons that could be the cause of your decreased distance off the tee. Number 1, you lose muscle mass. After 40, adults start losing muscle mass if they're not actively training for it. We have to understand that golf is a power sport. Distance comes from force production, speed, stability, and rotation. Your driver doesn't care how flexible you are if you can't create force. A golfer with great flexibility but poor force production or poor strength is like a Ferrari engine with no horsepower. The good news is muscle mass is something that we can actively work well into our 60s, 70s, and even 80s. Number 2, you lose power faster than strength. This is one that most golfers miss. Power is your ability to create force quickly. Your golf swing happens in less than 2 seconds. You just don't need strength, you need speed. Power is one of the first qualities we lose as we age, but it's one that we can also train. Think med ball throws, jumping, sprinting, and explosive movements. Training power is not only essential for golf, it's essential for activities of daily living. Adding power into your routine is not only going to make you feel more athletic, it's going to make you feel better overall every day. Number 3, you stop rotating efficiently. Most golfers think they need more flexibility. However, we want to make sure we're able to own and control that flexibility. We want to be stable through the range of motion, not just be flexible. You start to notice things like limited hip rotation, limited thoracic rotation, maybe even some poor core control, and all of that can lead to poor sequencing in your golf swing. You don't have to force your body into these positions. You need to learn how to create force within the range of motion you have. Part 2, we're going to discuss the 4 things to train to get your distance back. First is strength. We want to focus on the foundational movements when working on strength. This applies not only to golf, but to sport and to life. With the lower body, I like to focus on 3 movement patterns. I like to focus on the squat pattern, the hinge pattern or a deadlift pattern, and then a lunge pattern. For the squat and hinge patterns, we can also focus on bilateral or double leg work and single leg work to ensure that we have a foundational base of strength that will allow us to express speed and power in our golf swing. Why is this important? Your legs create the ground force that drives your swing. Next, we're going to focus on the upper body, and we'll focus on upper body pushes and pulls. We can do that both horizontally and vertically. Your upper body takes the energy produced from the ground force and transfers it to the club. Number 2, we also want to make sure we're training rotation. Now in season, I may not train as much rotation because hopefully you're golfing quite a bit, but definitely in the off season, I want to make sure we're training rotation. We can do that with med ball work, cable work, band work. We want to ensure that we're training rotation. We know how to express rotation. That way we can hit the ball farther off the tee. Number 3, we want to train speed and power. Now that may look different to someone in their 20s and 30s, to someone in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, but we want to do things that allow us to move fast, feel explosive. The goal isn't to get tired with this, it's just to move quickly. So what sometimes we'll do is we may do lower sets and reps, and we take longer rest breaks. That way we can ensure when we're performing those motions, we're doing them as fast as we can and as effectively as we can. Number 4, improve your engine. Work on cardiovascular fitness. Often in golf, we may not think of it as a cardiovascular sport, but again, if we notice that our rounds are failing as we get to hole 13, 14, 15, we're not able to hit it as far because our aerobic capacity is being tested, then we need to make sure we're having a strong base. Not only again for golf, but for life, for any sport, having a strong cardiovascular base and foundation is essential, and we want to do that in many different ways. We can get that by increasing our walking distance, improving our running capacity, getting on the bike, just doing anything we can do to help improve our overall cardiovascular health is going to benefit us on the golf course. So again, those are the 4 things you can train to help improve your distance off the tee. We always want to start with strength. We want to train rotation. We want to train speed and power, and then we also want to have a good cardiovascular base. If a workout program covers those 4 things, we're going to have a good foundation and not only help you feel better, to make sure you're hitting the ball 10, 20, 30 yards farther off the tee. So what does this look like when it comes to your training? This isn't something that requires daily work. You're looking at a training program that can be done 2 to 3 times a week. In our workout days, I love having full body workouts. We can incorporate our power movements and our strength movements into that. We can make sure we're squatting, we're deadlifting, we're pushing and pulling, we're carrying, we're rotating. Some of the exercises are going to focus more on strength, some of them are going to focus more on power and speed, but we can combine that into a 2 to 3 day program and to suit your needs and save you time. We don't need to be spending hours in the gym. This can be done in a 30 to 45 minute workout 2 to 3 times a week. When it comes to working on mobility and our cardiovascular health, we can do that almost daily if we want, or at least 4 to 5 times a week. Work on mobility, go out for walks. If we're short on time, I can always add a cardiovascular component to the end of our full body workouts to maybe extend that workout from 30 to 45 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour. It can be based on what time you have available, what equipment you have available, but the goal is to make this as easy as possible for the client or for you to perform at home. So to close, the goal isn't just to hit the ball farther today. The goal is to build a body that allows you to play the best golf 20 years from now. You don't retire from movement. You have to keep building the capacity to do the things you love. If you're a golfer who wants to stay strong, mobile, and powerful for life, subscribe for more videos on how to build an athletic body so you can play the long game in golf and in life.